when it comes to retirement, our friends over at Market Advisory Group have you covered. So right now we are joined by financial advisor Julie Newton to give us all the details that we need to know. Good morning, Julie. How's it going?
It's going great. Good morning.
So Julie, when it comes to retirement, how much money do we need to be saving?
You know, that is a very tricky question. There's a lot of advice out there, whether you Google it or whether you look it up or talk to your advisor. A lot of times the answer is somewhere between something like 1 to 2 million or 6 times your salary at age 60 or something like that. And that's really kind of a hard number to nail down. So typically what we do is we think about what kind of income are you going to have in retirement? Are you going to have a Social Security benefit? Most people are. Are you going to have a pension? What is your spousal benefit? So is your spouse going to have Social Security and a pension as well? And then the key piece to this is looking at your expenses. Do you have enough income related to your expenses? From there, we kind of develop a plan to kind of figure out what makes the most sense for you. Do you really need $1 million to retire? Probably not, but it's good to work with someone to kind of figure that out with you.
Okay, so what's something that you find people don't typically consider when planning for retirement?
Taxes, always taxes. None of us consider taxes. I think maybe that we just kind of want to forget that that exists. But what I always tell people is the biggest thing you didn't plan for in retirement is taxes. And that's because we were conditioned to save in those 401ks and that kind of thing, those pre-tax accounts. So we're putting money away, not thinking about the future. We're going to have to take that money out, whether we need it or whether we want to or have to at age 73. So we're going to have to pay taxes on that money when it comes out. And if you haven't planned for that appropriately, that can be a real problem in retirement.
Okay, so let's talk Roth IRA or 401k. Which one is better to invest in?
Well, that depends on, again, your situation. That seems to be the theme today. What's your particular situation? But it's very, very true. So one thing that I always advise people when it comes to that 401k, typically employers are giving you a match and you have to hit a certain threshold, usually like 3%. And if you do, then they'll match you in that 401k. And there's nothing wrong with doing that match. But with regard to whether you contribute the rest to the 401k Roth or not, it's going to depend on your particular situation and what your financial goals in retirement are.
Ask Our Advisor on Kansas City Spotlight has been paid for by Market Advisory Group.